Hey everyone, I'm Carmine and I play bass, and today we're going to look at something that's crucial but often overlooked: practice. I'll share how to turn it from a burden to a tool that'll lead to constant improvement. Let's go. Today, I want to discuss effective bass guitar practice methods. These exercises and concepts have helped me continuously improve on bass. Before we begin, I'd like to thank all of our new subscribers and everybody leaving comments. I really appreciate the support. Please like and comment on the video. Let me know if there's a topic or something you'd like me to cover in another video in the future, and subscribe to the channel for more bass videos and discussions like this. Practice can sometimes feel daunting, especially if you're self-taught like myself. But with clear goals and a bit of musical knowledge, you can discover effective ways to learn and practice. I've broken up today's video into 5 key areas of focus: finger dexterity and hand strength, pocket and groove, speed, tools, and confidence. These elements will elevate your bass playing and your overall musicianship. To navigate the bass neck effectively, you need strong and agile fingers. It's a large fingerboard, it's a large neck, much larger than a regular guitar. So you're going to need some finger dexterity and strength to cover all this ground. Let's start with an exercise to build finger dexterity. Finger dexterity is the ability to easily control and move your fingers. Some people are naturally good at it, while others can improve with practice by doing exercises. Now, this is the official definition that I found online, but I think everyone can improve their finger dexterity with exercises, and that's why we're here. From my experience, the strength and growth can happen fast. Let's focus on this exercise to build our finger dexterity up. You will feel a slight strain as you're doing exercises like this, especially for the first time. It might last a couple of days, it might happen over the first few weeks. Over time, like any workout or any exercise, you'll start to get stronger and that strain will go away, leading into real strength that you can use. This comfort and dexterity that you build will allow you to be more adventurous on bass and play things that you couldn't play before. That's really how you learn. When you break it down to a technical level of muscle memory, that's how you get better. Developing a solid groove is essential. Pocket is everything, and I think the most important part of being a bass player. Now, the most effective and best way to practice your pocket and groove is going to be with a drummer. But I understand it's not so easy for all of us to get together with drummers on a consistent basis, so here's some things you can do by yourself. When working on pocket over drum loops like this, I like to practice very slow. Some people say you can't teach funky, but I believe we can work on it. And very fast. I find these extreme tempos really help me condition my mind and my muscle memory to all different contexts and ways of playing the same thing. I also really like this technique because it helps push your capabilities on the faster end of the spectrum, and it helps work on your focus and staying locked in on the slower end of the spectrum. I personally find that playing at the extreme slower tempo is much more of a challenge. It's much harder to stay focused and stay on time with all that space in between beats. Practicing under harder conditions is a great way to get the real thing to feel easier. Less time that you have to think about what you're doing, and more time that you just naturally play. Expand your musical toolkit. Experiment with different techniques, even the ones that you're not great at yet, and practice them until you start to get better. Work these into your practice routine for a couple minutes at a time. Something you're trying to learn and you can kind of do, throw that into your practice routine until you start getting a little bit better that you can really practice it and put it as a tool in your toolkit. When playing an instrument like bass, you're going to have to be able to think on the fly. Sometimes you need to pull out different techniques to achieve different sounds and textures. If you practice these different tools enough, they'll become options for you in a pinch when you're on stage, in a rehearsal, or writing a song in the studio. Here's some examples of tools that I lean on that you can practice as well. Playing with a pick. Playing while palm muting with a pick. Slapping. Playing while palm muting with your fingers. Playing chords. There are obviously many more techniques and tools you can learn, but those are just a few that can maybe give you a different perspective and help you learn something new to try and throw into your practice routine. Preparation breeds confidence. Start practicing early before you have something like a rehearsal or a show. The more preparation you can get in, the more confident and calm you'll be going into whatever the playing situation is. And remember, every minute of practice adds up. Whenever you can find some time, it is the biggest hack and the biggest tip I can possibly give you. If you can find 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, all of that time adds up and compounds and reminds these things and reminds this thing how to stay connected and what to do. Make sure you build in enough time when practicing. It's okay to take your time and it's okay to take things slow. Say you have a show coming up and it's in 7 days. Well, I noticed that if I start practicing and preparing, even just mentally and listening to the music 7 days before the show, that does me much better than if I started 3 days before but practiced twice as much. Cramming doesn't usually work and makes us more stressed. But if I practice those 7 days in advance and give myself time, by the time of the show, I feel really confident and like I've actually internalized the music. Now, 7 days is an extreme. If you have 3 weeks, that's great. If you have months, even better. Give yourself as much time as you need to sit with the music and really learn it. You can skim through a book and get some of the words and concepts, or you can really sit and read it and digest the information. The best way to be ready is to stay ready and practice all the time. So if you hit those 10, 15 minutes, even when you don't have shows or events coming up, that'll be even better and lend itself to more confidence when it is time to get ready for something. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this video. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If there's another topic or a video idea that you have, please let me know. I really appreciate all the support and new subscribers. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment. Building a good practice routine is paramount when it comes to learning any new instrument. Take it seriously, build in 10 to 15 minutes a day where you can, and remember, you don't have to be the best or the fastest bass player. You just have to be funky. Peace.